Hey everybody, Tayson, Rockefeller, Teton Valley Realty. I am just coming into the Saddlehorn development en route to 579 Wildcat Canyon Loop in Driggs, Idaho, courtesy Jackson Hole Sotheby's International Realty. This home is a 2007 build, very unique property here in one of the Valley's prime Teton View neighborhoods. Short-term rentals are allowed in the Saddlehorn development. Have to double check that with the latest community documents, but historically, that has been my understanding. This home was remodeled in 2016 and has a main house with about 1,163 square feet, according to my records here. Just trying to give you a flavor of the neighborhood as I kind of pass in here, and doing this from memory, this home has been on the market in the past and sold maybe a few years back. You can see some of this landscaping, kind of this corner lot as we come up to turning into off the corner here. There you can see the home in the distance, kind of the little guest cottage and artist studio, as I recall. So heavy landscaping. They did pave the turnaround here, and then obviously, as you can see, tremendous Teton views, much more up close in person than on a mobile device, depending on the screen that you're looking at here. This is basically kind of a living space over a massive garage, but we'll get you some more details once we get you inside. 1 second. Okay, so you've got this additional kind of garage structure here for storage, and then those garage doors, your access, more or less your front door to the living space, is around the back side of the property here. Now those Teton views are coming into focus. And I'll zoom in on those once we get upstairs. You do have a hot tub and a little path that comes around to that. That's kind of what I'll call the artist studio. Could also be a greenhouse. Into the main living quarters, mostly upstairs, but we do have, since we're down here, a 3/4 bath with the toilet, a simple fiberglass surround, and a pedestal sink. And then they did convert this to some additional living space to get one more bed in this main living area. And then you've got this kind of 3.5, 4 car garage, whatever you want to call it, for storage. You have floor drains. You have an on-demand water heater, and presumably an insulated space here. That's an irrigation controller, so you do have some automatic irrigation here as well. And then this doubles as your laundry. So again, kind of a funky charm to the overall appearance, and lots of fine detail. You can see these metal inlays in the stairs, kind of this tin accent, stamped tin, and then a variety of woodworking features throughout the home, including real hardwood, some form of a soapstone, what it looks like on the countertops, really an artisan type feel with all of these little built-in nooks and storage areas. This is obviously an owner lock-off, the way they have that set up. A couple of access points out to enjoy that Teton view, and that's got a block, but I'll kind of, through the screen here, I usually zoom into a 3x perspective to kind of give you a comparable appearance from my phone screen to what I'm seeing with the naked eye. Dining nook. Small table, could be an office space. Huge living area. These are probably some form of dark walnut floors, and you can see all of the detail with the woodwork throughout the upstairs here. Propane stove, and then tile floors. An interesting way of doing dual sinks. It's almost as if when this home was built, it was done with, different antiques and materials that could be found to really, in a cohesive way, put everything together in a way that really works. I can't even really point out all of the detail with my phone alone, but you can start to get a sense of all of the storage spaces, built-in cabinets, and different nooks and crannies. It looks like a cedar closet. Here's another one. I'll point out the etching with the Tetons there. That appears to be pretty true to life with the view from the home. All right, so that's probably the best I can give you for a tour of the main structure. Again, not a traditional layout, but in every way, this is a unique property. So the next area that I'll take you to is kind of what I mentioned I would call the, here's Karen, hi Karen, artist studio or the greenhouse. Walk past this hot tub. You do have a service door into that garage area. And they do have little paths here. I'm just smashing through the weeds. Again, more of those use of materials in a unique way. This was really, probably a rodent-proof, I would guess, structure, but nothing more than what could be used as a studio. Kind of some fun stuff up there on the wall. And you do have power, or perhaps, again, that greenhouse would be a great use of that space. I'm going to pause you real quick, walk around this side of the house, and we'll check out the next structure. Okay, kind of back to that front door area. Another walking path out to a fire pit. And the third to the kind of what I would call the guest cabin. This does not have plumbing, so there's a caveat there. Certainly something that could be used as comfortable sleeping quarters, but by no means currently with a bathroom. My understanding is that the septic system is currently sized for the bathrooms that are here, so a consideration to keep in mind. Small wood stove, that's actually a wood stove. I'm not sure if this is a historic log cabin or something that's built on site. My expectation is probably built here. It appears to be modern. Fairly straightforward, I guess I'll pop you up on this ladder. You can see limited headroom. Probably not something that, you'd have a comfortable guest long term, but by all means, permanent concrete foundation and unique little structure. Okay, now over to what is labeled as the bunkhouse. This one is kind of just sitting here, so no permanent concrete foundation, but still a substantial structure and does have power. So here again, its own unique flair. Little electric heater. Again, summer bunkhouse. Wintertime probably works, but the biggest thing to keep in mind with all of these is that there is no plumbing to any of the detached structures from the main home here. And finally, this last storage building. This is that roundabout drive we came in on, and those trees at the corner. Looking across to the greenhouse. And I'm going to put you on hold while I figure out how to get in this. Okay, so around the corner, small service store again. This is a kind of a sitting on a wood block type foundation, temporary structure, kind of a log kit. You see that was just bolted on the inside. Once again, you do have power out here. So you've got conduit there, lights, and another sub panel. You do see a vanity here that's just for storage. No plumbing out at this structure either. Again, Tayson Rockefeller, Teton Valley Realty, 208-709-1333. Tayson at TetonValleyRealty.com. Thanks for watching.